the old mug there, wouldn't ya? Hope I didn't scare anybody. Just going to refresh my computer, see if everything's working. It looks like it's working. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WIP Wednesdayz, with Wowwy'z Workshop. How is everybody? How are you all doing? We got wheels. No worries, been better, but sure will come good soon. One of them slumps at the moment, can't seem to shake it. Oh, Wheels, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. You've been really in my mind the past couple of days. I wonder if that's why. There's Darren. Hello, Darren. Thanks for coming, bro. Really appreciate it. Oh, there's Grumpy. Good. Thank you for coming, Tim. Yep, Darren's here. Wheels is here. Well, Wheels, I hope you get feeling better, man. Hit me up, because I could tell you were being quiet. You know, I tell these things. Well, he feels you folks, big time. So, yes, hoping everybody's doing good. I have been working on this project. Oh, there's Amy Jo. What have you seen? Yeah, what do you know? Amy Jo. How you doing? Dad Cars is here. What up? Oh, Tim's here. Black Widow Woodworking. Yes, I mean that, Wheels. Cheers. I can tell. Yes, everybody's do their hellos. My brother is here. In case any of you guys didn't know, Darren Dib is my brother. Amy Jo is carving. I'm carving up a storm today. That's awesome. That's awesome, Amy Jo. We were talking earlier, and yeah, sister, keep kicking ass, man. Keep kicking ass. And my duck's muffler was gone because I could have won that race. That pissed me off. Yes, hello, brother Darren. Amy Jo says. So, folks, I've been whittling away here, electric whittling. I wonder if Josh is going to pop in. And, yeah, getting more, Aiden's here. Hello, Aiden, all the way from Ireland. Thank you, brother. Matthew is here. Hey, Larry, hey, folks. The Carving Wizard is here. Perry, hello, sir. I was thinking about you too, Perry. We got some stickers to be putting up on the wall. There's the electric whittler. Josh, thank you. Thank you, sir. And here's a salute to you, my good brother. Josh is now on Facebook, folks. He's getting the feel of it. So hit him up if you haven't yet. Tons of Fun is here. Sup, Wowwy'z, Tons is in the house. And I'll be watching. My hands are not good for chatting, but I'm here in spirit. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it, Tons. Yep, everybody say hello. Yeah. Yep, finally on the old Facebook. Now next we have to get Aiden. I'm just kidding. I know some folks at Facebook just ain't for them. It's just another, me and Amy Jo were talking about it today. It was like, you know, having these Facebook, you know, having these pages and the work that goes into it, it's a lot like having a job, you know, another side job. Tribe strong, Amy Jo. Plywood is here. Hello, Plywood. Thank you for popping in, sir. Oh, we got a good old turnout today. All the good people are here. And yes, if for any folks watching, if you're a wood carver or wanting to learn, I speak a lot about Kindred Spirits wood carvers on Facebook. Please come give us a little gander. And if you are serious about learning to carve, or you have started, please join our group. You know, it's a great place to learn, and everybody there is very, very supportive. We don't allow any negativity to go down. If it does, we're on them like wolves, and they just get booted out. We don't let no drama start. We don't let those comments go and like have how people do that in some places. Excuse me. It doesn't happen at Kindred Spirits, folks. It doesn't happen. We just delete whatever is bad and then boot, block, bum. The old dip and dib. Later. So that's how that goes. We appreciate each and every one of you. Mike is making stuff. Oh, hello, sir. All good people and me too. That's right, Mike. That is right. Thank you for popping in, sir. Really appreciate it. This is my crew. Just missing a few. That's right, Amy Joe. We're missing a few here. Yep. Hello. Oh, Spike's here. Hello, Spike. Thank you, brother. I was wondering. Aiden says, looks cool, Wowie. Well, thank you. I've been going in deeper. This is my very first time I've tried to be serious about a skull. Well, not super serious, because you can tell that things are wonky. You know, cheekbones don't come down this far. You know what I'm saying? So you see, I don't know if you can see, but I got some pencil lines here and here, because I had the old Fordham with, let me show you what I was hitting her with. I got the Fordham with the 44T handpiece, alright, with the Kutzall ball nose fine flavor. The Kutzall ball nose 1/4 inch shaft in fine flavor. And that's what I've been using here, because, you know, yes, I could use the smaller Kutzall burrs, but this is just, you know, getting in there and getting her done. And yeah, that really comes in handy. I gotta try and make myself, you know, reach for that more often when I am going, because, you know, the Fordham can really save you a lot of time. And if you can see, like, I'm really getting that to punch, eh? Spike, what do you think, Spike? Am I doing all right? Thank you, Matthew said, Larry, that looks great. I really appreciate that. Good to join. Thanks for offering the stool. Hey, man, you're always welcome here, Mike. Hope you maybe would consider subscribing and staying a while. Being part of the family. But yes, so that's my Kutzall ball nose 1/4 inch shank fine. And that's what I've been going there. But we're going to do a little bit of work on that today, folks. And we're also going to work a little bit on the logo, because I've been working away. I'm starting to get paranoid, because I'm wondering if I'm doing the wrong things and stuff. So I need you guys' feedback on that, because it's all of our logo, right? It's a Wowie skull. That's right, Perry. There are no rules. Reminds me of the Star Wars villain. Can't think of the name. Wowie. You know what? That's funny. Oh, General Grievous. General Grievous is the name. Aiden, I bet ya. I bet ya. Oh, Suzanne's here. Too late, already subbed. You can't stop me, says Mike. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Suzanne is here. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate you coming. Suzanne has been on fire too. Like Amy Jo, they're just giving her, man. I'm so proud of the sisters in the house. Maybe so. Under the Bark so will come by today. So yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, General Grievous, I think you're talking about. His name looks like him, has lots of lightsabers. Yeah, he has four. He has 4 arms. And then, because he's a Jedi killer, right? Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. General Grievous. And I actually really like him, Aiden. So thank you for that. That makes me stoked. So yeah, it doesn't have proper dimensions. And I've been going with this little reference skull here. A bit more than this one. Even though that this one here, sorry about the lights, frick around. Maybe it's better like this. So this one here is the anatomically correct. But I got this little one here. This is from my sister-in-law made us a Halloween wreath, but things started to fall apart on it, and so I saved all the skulls off it. So this is the one that I've been kind of using a little bit more this time as reference, and you can see in here how I have it raised above the nose there, and then the brow being a lot more straight across than, for instance, for this one, because this brow, you know, the eyes are way more of like a Ray-Ban sunglass shape, right? The eye holes. And then the brow line is just a bit of a bone protrusion up there on this skull. You can have all sorts of brow lines on skulls. You can have people that look like they could be Neanderthals. But yeah, for this particular one, he barely has any brow line, just a little ridge there. So I'm kind of combining them, because this one here don't have any dip or nothing for a brow line. But I like the line of it. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, do I even make sense on this? What are you guys doing? Oh, everybody's just saying hello. AJ. AJ is here. Mark Tries to Carve is here. Good morning, sir. Top of the morning to you, mate. Good day and good on you. I used to have an Australian roommate, and he got me in a heck of a lot of trouble, mate. He was a crazy one. Sorry, I'll stop that. Yeah, rest in peace, Mick. Frick, man, did we ever get in a lot of trouble. But Mark's actually from New Zealand, not Australia, but they're close. They're close. People are just saying hello. Suzanne, yep, Suzanne's on fire. Doing a heck of a lot of carving. I swear, Suzanne and Amy Jo, these ladies, they can carve more in a week than I do in months. But as a lot of you guys know, my carving opportunities are a little bit less because of the old back problems. So yeah, I've been working a lot getting that material gone because there's so much here, right? And I could keep on wrapping this around more, but if you see right here, this is the highest part. This little edge is the widest part of this part of the driftwood. So if I start carving this down to make it more round, I'm losing this. And this is going to get a lot smaller. You feel me? So I had to stop there and just say, whoa. So I started going in here. And for this, I've been using oh my goodness. This handy dandy baby. I got the 8 amps per hour battery from my brother at Christmas. I got me this DeWalt 20 volt. And you know what? I've been liking it so much that I had to go buy another one. That's right. I bought another one because I got a stack of ArborTech tools that I'm going to be reviewing and unboxing and doing videos with. And it's such a jamboree of tools that I needed an extra one of these because we're going to be doing a lot of things in a little bit of time. So yeah, I was excited. This here is like a steel. It says steel. It's 40 grit. But these flaps, man, they can cut your time in removing material. Like this nose, like before at the end of the last live, like this was all flat, one plane, right? I got all of these cheeks and all of this down with this thing. I don't know if the neighbors liked it. Hell of a lot of dust. But darn tootin', it saved me a lot of time, man. Saved me a lot of time. And so yeah, I spoke about the DeWalt. I gotta say here, this is the first time I've said to anybody, DeWalt Day. It's gonna be a big, huge thing. DeWalt Day is coming, folks. And when I do DeWalt Day, you guys are gonna be blown away at what I've been saving up and what I've been getting. It's gonna be awesome. And it's gonna blow my whole capabilities as far as tools go right out of the water. Because I got my I got my Stihl chainsaw from Spike that I bought. That is getting set up very, very soon. And then I got DeWalt Day coming. And my goodness, guys, it's going to be just amazing. It's kind of like, I don't, Mike is making, flap discs are beasts. I use them for all smoothing, shaping steel for years. That's awesome. You need 4, Wowie, like the General. Yes, I need 4 angle grinders, like General Grievous. Yow! Oh, my Cutsall link. Thank you, Spike. Thank you for doing that. I'm a Cutsall affiliate, folks. And if you see in my description, I've now got it. Yeah, a couple people out there should be proud of me. So I figured out how to go into default settings in my YouTube. Now, every live and every video I do, my Cutsall link is there, and all of my Amazon tools that I use. All my Dremel bits and whatnot, They're all down there in the description, in the basement. Meet me in the basement and check out my links, would ya? Oh, Cat's Piece is here. Hello, Cat. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate you, sister. Yes, heck yeah, Larry says Rhinestone. Tons of fun says excellent. Yep. Exciting times. All of that, all of the time, you know. Learning and teaching myself to use these tools and crap. It's all finally, it's all coming together. You know, when I started this journey, I didn't think I'd ever be doing this, right? Number one, a YouTube channel. Number two, I didn't think I'd be an affiliate with the tools that I was saving up, you know. Like these tools that I've been buying and stuff for DeWalt Day that's coming and all this. This is like, I don't go out no more. I don't drink anymore. And I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. So that money that used to go to all of that noise is mine now. So every month I can like buy myself a tool. And that's what I've been doing. Like a goddamn squirrel with nuts, man. I'm getting them. I'm getting them. That's right. Hook up. Come check out Wowwy'z basement. Check out my links. Okay, stop screwing around now, Wowie. So today we still have a lot of, like, okay. Jesus. Freaking out, man. Freaking out. So my question is this. I'm going to have a big plate here, whether it be a doorknob back, an escutcheon. That's a proper name for a keyhole. But I want to use a smaller one, like possibly a doorknob back plate, but without the keyhole. And then this is going to be my key. So in the face of this is going to be a key, basically look like a lock, a key with a lock. Okay, do you feel me? Because dead men tell no tales. So that's what this is about. This is the underlying kind of message in this carving. So down here, that's why I haven't started messing with teeth or anything, because down here is going to be this stuff. This is a steampunk challenge. Now this thing is a very special key that goes into like a Russian or maybe a Turkish. I think it's a set like for tea, for proper like tea, or it could be for hookah. I don't know, because this is one of the things from my blung days, right? From all of the blung. Darren and I got 4 of these things in some lot. It has a hole through it that way. It's a strange thing. But this is gonna be cool, man, because this looks, when this is inside the hole, it's gonna look like a big ass key, right? So that's perfect. So that'll get epoxied in there, and I'll have a really, really, you know, ornate, because Darren and I have a huge stash, and I'm going there probably tomorrow or the next day to pick out some hardware. So that's what's going on down here. It means keep your mouth shut, locked, bing. Dead men tell no tales. So that's going to be the main feature part. Now, before I was talking, I was saying possibly Darren and I were going to do maybe a copper eye patch and some pipe coming out, and maybe a small dial, like just plumbing stuff, because it's steampunk. But the more this is coming along, I don't know. Like, I need you guys' thoughts, because I'm starting to think, get it more symmetrical, and possibly doing some flames up here, because I got some room. And not doing like copper tubing and stuff. What do you guys think? Love the idea, Larry. Is Bap here? No way. Black Widow Working said hi, Bap. Sorry guys, I just got to roll back here a little bit. Maybe he oh, I don't think Bap is here. The flames? Okay, cool. No, he said hi. Oh. Oh, I got you. Oh, through Spike. Oh, okay. Okay, Spike, give him my love, man. Okay, Spike says no. He spoke to Bat last week, and he told me to say hello to the tribe. Okay, sorry. I got freaking excited there. I missed the guy. So please send him our love, Spike. Thank you. Sorry, I'm talking and reading out one eye. I got popped. My dog has two eyes going like different directions. That's what I got right now because I got one eye on this freaking chat. And I'm trying to talk here at the same time. Jesus. So yeah, okay. I shared that with you guys. Okay, now you guys got the plan. So I'm thinking the flames and not going with copper piping and tubing. That's kind of where I'm starting to go now. Hey, no worries, Black Widow. That just surprised me. I can see that Mike is. Sorry, my bad. He'll be back. Yes, he will. I know that in my heart. Kat says 100%. Flames, hearts, good. That's going awesome, Larry says. Mark, thank you, brother. I'm really liking this. Night Owl says, for sure, Wowie. Okay, so that's the way we're going to go with it, guys. We're going to start taking more material out this way so we can get more symmetrical. It won't be hard. It won't be hard. I'll do it. I'll probably do it when I start carving here. So I do have a big ball cut saw. You want to see my big ball? My big ball cut saw, that is. Look at that one. Woo! So I could use that and really take off some of that and save some time. So I don't want to use the angle grinder in here. Yeah, that's the extreme, like the original, no, the extreme sphere. Because original is the small. This was the original size of Cut's old ball. And then they went up one. Where's it? Where's my Cut's old ball? Oh, it's right on my thing. See? So that was the original. And then they went original sphere, and then they went up and then made that size here. And then this is this one in 1/4 inch shank size. Damn it! I try and talk and it don't come out right. Oh, and here, guys, here's a little idea. And I'm actually going to, I'm sorry for, I know I trail off, but I gotta get you guys, because I thought about this thing. This is my idea. So this here is a file, is a handle for needle files, they're called. And I got thinking in my head, and I'm like, if I had a handpiece with the collet and a chuck on there, I could put my burrs and bits in that and make little files out of my burrs. And this thing was a 3mm size, and it's perfect. It's perfect for the 1/8 shaft. Whoa. So I just bought this. It was just like a little one-off thing on Amazon. I'm going to write Mike at Cuts All and say, hey, buddy. Like, it wouldn't, I don't think it's good for an extreme, but for fine burrs, you could turn all the fine burrs, and here, I'll show you some. You could turn all these burrs into a file with your little hands piece, and maybe you'll say Cuts All on the side. Hey, what do you guys think of that idea? Black Widow says, that's genius. Well, thank you, sir. I was pretty happy with that idea. It just dawned on me. I was looking at this, and I'm like, what if I take this off, and then will this still work? And I'm wondering. And then I thought, frick it. I'm just gonna, instead of mangling a flex shaft in the name of an idea, I just Amazon searched it, and there was one that was just perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna write Mike about that. Maybe that'll be coming soon. If not, I'll hook you up with the link for Amazon, and you can get one of those and do it too, because it's pretty cool. I was using it. This is actually coarse, but I was using it when I was messing around with this stuff here. Because sometimes you're like sitting with hand tools and you don't want a lot of noise, or maybe you can't because for whatever reason make noise. Well, there went that. I was good. I was worried about that flappy little bit there. So, flames it is with the shut your mouth locked key. That is what we were doing, guys. Sounds like a good idea. Matthew says, I like it. Hell yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys like that idea. The key is a Russian Darren knows. See? This key is a Russian samovar spigot key. And I've had 4 of them for about 15 years. And it's just never applied to anything that we've made. And once I got it in my head, I was like, oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's happening. It is going to happen. So, something to here. This is, I don't like how it rocks. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but remember last time when I let that palm sander go on my hand? This is now like a 3mm thick scab. Oh, you can't see it there. Maybe you can see it better now. Yeah, I just thought it was a little pink skiff, but Jesus, man. I wrapped around that tape. When I took it off, it had been bleeding. All of last live, it was bleeding the whole time under that tape. Oh my goodness. So yeah, if you ever want to see somebody get hurt on live TV, just watch my last one, because that was a freaking humdinger. So just ignore that. Ignore that. That never happened. So I'm going to work a little bit more on the cheeks here, make some noise, make some dust, and then I'll swap it out, put on that freaking crazy ball, and move some material here, and we'll see how we're doing. How we're doing. That's what we say for Poppy, my dog, for her to sit up and do happy hands, or give you her paw to shake. How we're doing. I don't know why I'm telling you guys that. I love my dog. And I'm also been in the background, folks. I'm Mr. Admin, so I've been working away on stuff for the New Year, New Leaf grand finale. I don't know if I can do it this weekend. It might be the next, because this weekend is Mom's Day, Mother's Day weekend. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I got some little tiny skit kind of things that I've been planning, stupid little songs. It'll be a fun giveaway, not a getaway. All right, putting on the PPE. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Smoky. Whew! Well, that was a little something. What do we got going on here? Ray and Sandy. Dad Cars, Ray and Sandy. Hey, how you guys doing? Oh, wow, Pete, somebody said. Must be because mine is here. Oh, so true, Spike. Mine is now, he's 50 now. Hello, Pete. Sorry, I'm just, I'm trying to read back here, guys. So, Ray and Sandy are here. Pete is here. Hello, sir. Thank you for coming by, guys. Oh, Mark's heading off to take Onwin to kindergarten. What a nice name. Electric Whittler. We'll see you soon, Mark. Sorry. Got sawdust on my pewter. Can't have sawdust on my pewter. So that took a lot of what am I trying to say? That took a lot of pissing around that I would have had to do with the smaller burrs, right? And then still, I still got to take more, but I didn't want to go too crazy. I didn't want to go too crazy there. So, where is my sanding stuff? I need some sanding stuff so I can sand while I'm babbling. Here's my little sanding kit. Great. If you ever come across old film containers, I got a stack of 3, like small, medium, large. Freaking awesome, man. Awesome for things like this, right? And, I'll get out some of this stuff. Pete gave me enough of this blue stuff for 4 lifetimes. So, thank you, sir. And that feels okay. What is this one? Okay. And then these little ones, these are the detail sanders. I should actually, I'm going to add that to my Amazon things, because these are cool. They're just called detail sander from lumbertonstore.com. www.lumbertonstore.com. They come with a bunch of refills. Yeah, and they're just good little guys for getting in spots like, well, I don't want to use that, but you get, stuff like in here and a little bit in there. But even though I got these tools and stuff, for me, man, it just was, what I end up doing is this. Hundreds of little tiny squares that I leave in a trail. And yeah, I do so much of my sanding just with my fingers and my hands. I don't know, it's just how I work. Everybody does it differently. And I have this feeling like when I do it like this, I really get a feel for the wood. By the time I'm done a project, I have a relationship with that piece of wood, man. I know it might sound all woo-woo and stuff, but Wowwy'z a woo-woo kind of guy, all right? Don't you even get me started. So I'll tell you all sorts of things. Probably things that you might not even want to know, but I'll tell you. Shout out to Katie, my wife. She don't want to know. The more and more of this alien stuff is amping up in UFOs, you guys. It's crazy. And Katie, she's coming around now. She's like, yeah, it's like she believes it too, because she's seen how much stuff that I've seen, like that I've shown her on YouTube and the internet and stuff now, that once you've seen the amount like I've seen, there ain't no turning back. And there's no turning back to what academia has been pounding through our throats about being the only ones in the universe, and we're the almighty, and we're the Jesus H. Get over yourselves, academia. Just say we were wrong, or we weren't fully aware of all of the circumstance, But they can't, so they just keep denying crap and hiding stuff. And it's just it's just ridiculous. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just love all this stuff that's coming up with the hearings and all that stuff. And I'm sorry if you don't believe, but do research and you might change your mind. So yeah, why did I start giving you guys hell about aliens? I don't know what I was saying there, but need to hire you to sand my carvings. I know, eh? I know. I'm a sander. I'm a sander. Matthew, he is the master sander, says Pete. Larry, you inspired me to use different materials other than wood. My Guinness lion is down to you. Oh man, that's awesome. Thank you for saying that. I've seen UFOs in Ontario, Canada. Steve Ince is here. Have you, Steve? Thank you for coming, number one. Since only grows by people pushing what is known, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how it's all set up and stuff. And I don't, you know, what the hell? This is okay. What I do is I put pieces on my hot tub lid, and then I can get back and see all of the gaps and stuff. Then I'll figure out why this is rocking like that, and I will eliminate it. But yeah, excuse the rocking. Thank you for coming, Steve. Whoa. But yeah, it's one of those things that once you go down the old rabbit hole, man, there ain't no coming back. I would love to pick your brain and see what you've seen. Steve. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to do that. I want to push on there and shake the camera. We have stories. My brother and I have stories. Well, is Darren still here? Am I allowed to tell a story, Darren? If he's here and he tells me, I'll tell you guys some stuff. But yeah, we come from northern Alberta, Canada. Out there, and like I was born in a little town called Fairview, Alberta. It's quite small, and then our family grew up around this Fairview town. My dad up north of Fairview in Eureka River, and my mom in Hines Creek. So Eureka River was this way, and Hines Creek was this way. And then all of our family, was because my dad's family is a huge family, the Masons, and my grandma's family, my grandma's side is a huge family. No, my dad's is the Basnets, and my mom's side is the Masons, and they're both huge. It's almost like Romeo and Juliet, the two different big families. But yeah, so we're married, we're related to everybody up there, and we spend a lot of time out on these farms, right? And these are out in the sticks, man. Like, your nearest neighbor is at least a mile away. Or maybe a half mile, but whatever. We're not worrying about that. But we spend a lot of time out on these farms, and yeah, that's where things started to happen. And that's why I'm rambling about this, that I would put every dollar that I have on the fact that we were tooken or taken or whatever you want to say. Things happened out there, and when you're out there in the sticks like we are, out in the bush in this farm, like, yeah, and easy pickings, I guess. If you were here looking for people to take, it's, you go out to these places where, you know, there's not a lot of people, and yeah. I don't see Darren on here, so I won't say any of the stuff that, like the super personal stuff, until I get his permission. But yeah, we got stories, guys, and they're crazy, that would easily make a movie, easily make a motion picture movie, if anybody was to ever really, really listen and decide to do that, you know, write a screenplay of it or whatever. It's crazy. And me, Darren always said that I was like comatose asleep, right? And he could never wake me up when this stuff was going down. Like, he remembers seeing me in a craft with the other kids, the neighbors from our grandma. He saw those kids up there too, in these weird rooms, these like, you know, light blue metally looking rooms with sconces on the walls and glowing light coming out. And these were before sconces were even, like, Darren was explaining crap that was just mind blowing. And he wasn't getting it from any movies or nothing. He was just little. And this is in the like 70s, well, early 80s when he started to talk. But yeah, crazy stuff, man. Yeah, I would like to tell you sometime. It's crazy, Steve. His memories. And you see, I got this weird theory, like lots of people say with UFOs that if you use Jesus Christ's name, you can make, and this is like for like, you know, people have the night terrors with the hag and everything. Well, people say that if you use Christ's name, it will get them to F off, okay? And I have this one distinctive memory of, I was on my grandma, they had this big living room because they had they connected a little house to an old church because they had a band, and the church end of it was the big living room, and we had live music, and it was just amazing. But my memory is I was in that living room on the floor, sleeping on the floor, and I remember leaving my pillows and stuff, and all of a sudden I'm floating toward the ceiling, and I get up to the ceiling, and I'm touching the top of the ceiling, and I know, like, my grandma's ceiling, they had beams, and then this big, in the center, they had this big wagon wheel chandelier. And I never knew where they got that, because it was fancy, man, with the lights on top, but it was a wagon wheel. And they must have got it from Edmonton, but I saw the beams going down horizontally, like I could see down, I was eye level with the beams, and I looked over and I could see the top of that wagon wheel chandelier thing. So I was pressed right up against the roof, and I broke free from like being paralyzed, and I said, "In the name of Jesus Christ, you let me go." And frick, man, I went shoosh, straight back down and into deep sleep. And that's the only memory I have personally of it. And that's so creepy, man, because I was baptized and Darren wasn't. So that's always been a thing with me that I've often wondered about, is if that the baptized part thing was a factor. Weird, eh? Things that make you go, Anyways, can't tell my wife that stuff. It'll freak her right out, man. She does not want to hear that. I don't blame her. Hey, Creation Dust is in the house. How you doing, sir? Thank you for coming by, man. Aiden says Alberta is beautiful. It is. It's. Suzanne says I've heard the same thing, Larry. Thank you, Suzanne. I almost said Susan. Sorry, I didn't say that. Suzanne. Creation Dust is here. Thank you for popping by, man. It is. It's a. Thank you, sir. Fist bump to Creation Dust. Alberta is a really, really beautiful province. We were raised there and born there, and so the whole wilderness part of Alberta is kind of not lost to us, but we spent so much time in the bush, like, because our families hunted, and my grandparents were actually guides for American hunters would come up. And then we'd go out to, they'd have buses that they converted into big, like, camping buses and stuff. And one was a cooking bus and the other one was a sleeping bus with bunks. And we would go out to the bush in these big hunting packs. And yeah, like, people from America would come. And I remember one time we met, he was one of the owners of the Disney Channel and MTV when it first came out. Super rich people, right? They pay big bucks to come out and see, you know, Alberta and all of the beauty and to hunt. So yeah, I know some people may have hard feelings about the hunting, but our family, it was how they got the food, our food, right? Like, I didn't eat cow, like, from the grocery store till I was like 10. It was all moose meat. But anyways, yeah. Everything answers to the name of Jesus Christ. Very, very serious stuff. Creation Dust, you know. You just gave me a chill, man. Because it's the truth. It is the truth. We are not alone, and there are higher powers. and they matter. You know what I'm saying? They frickin' matter in this whole universal law and everything. But yeah, someday I would really like to share our story and what Darren saw. I always thought it would be a great thing to send to David Lynch or somebody like that to make a movie, like a show, and just call it Hines Creek. And that's the town, kind of like Twin Peaks, but this would be different, way different than Twin Peaks, man. But yeah, no, it's crazy what saw. And then our family, like, it's not just my brother. Like, my grandma saw a UFO land out in front of her house. She thought it was the neighbor. The neighbor had a plane, like a dust for crops and stuff. A little tiny, like a little Cessna kind of plane. And so in the middle of the night, Graham, she, for whatever reason, came out of sleep, and then she saw all this lights out front of the farmhouse, and she was like, "Oh my God, Frank's plane has crashed!" And she went running out there, and she gets out there, and the frickin' elements on the stove are all red, and there's this copper tea thing. She said was just bouncing because it was so hot. This kettle, and she looked out there, and she saw all these lights. And like, she wouldn't tell us much more about this. Like, I don't know if she can't remember, but my grandma's had a number of occasions where she's been by herself, like out in her Scout, driving in her Scout across country, and something came over top of her. And it was in the middle of the night, and she said it lit up the field and the road like it was daytime, and it was right over top of her, shining the light down. And then I've had aunt said that she used to see owls in the window and wolves in the window. Oh God, all sorts of things. Yeah, crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. I don't even know how I got into talking about that stuff, but it's what goes on in old Wowwy'z mind. It's what I think about. Everybody has wonder willies. And I know it's a funny. I'm making fun of not Willie, but I think this weird way. We all have wonder willies, and only certain things tickle them, right? And some people like to think about, you know, I don't know, sports, or I don't know, like it. Only certain things tickle your wonder willy, and when it's tickled, it's something that you think about in your subconscious constantly, right? Kind of like being fascinated, but it's what tickles mine. And now all the stuff that's coming out about ancient Egypt and possible things underneath the pyramids, holy smokes, man, things are just starting to get. I think I gotta stand up here. This is where it's rocking. Yeah, it is. But yeah, things are just getting exciting. Okay, so where are we at? I'm gonna look at it here through the camera. Woo, that was a good catch. Through the camera, and just see how we are for symmetry. I could take some more in here out, but I can do that later. Maybe I should start working some fire up there. I'll get a pencil, a 2B. That's, well, no, let's go with an HB. Thanks. I don't know. 2B is a bit dark, but this here is going to be a flame, so we'll sharpen that up and make that a small one here. And then here, like this part is trying to I don't want this to break off, so I'll just sharpen this up a bit. And then here on this piece, I'm going to make a big, and it'll be the front, kind of the front runner flame. And then, well, actually, I'm going to go with the grain. So the front runner flame is going to go up like this, and then go with the grain. I'll use this crack as a line. See where I'm going with that? And then behind this one, we'll have one come out like this, because the grain is doing that, and it's licking like that. I gotta make sure that the center, this fire goes off from the center. So you don't want to throw off all of this work that we've put in. making it look. I know that might be a mess to you guys' eyes, but I can kind of see what's happening up there. And then we'll have that one lick back, and then over here I'll have another one. I'm going to go right here and have that lick up and come. Yeah, I think if I do that, it's going to look kind of cool. So how should I cut these in? Well, we have a couple different options. I'm thinking maybe a cut saw. Maybe a cut saw. Should I go extreme? I'm gonna start just to see if how this wood likes the taper. Where's my taper in coarse? There it is. I'll start with a cut saw taper coarse, Burr, and I'll just see what happens. Frick, I don't know. You know, I'm not up here claiming to know what's going on, or claim I know what I'm really doing. I'm just here doing it and sharing it with you guys, right? Because when it comes right down to it, I'm a beginner too. So, oh, Tons is leaving. Tickling Wonder Willy, laugh out loud. I thought there was a clean shuttle. Oh, Tickling Wonder Willy's creation dust. But it is. Everybody is a little bit different on what they ponder about, you know. Hello, Sophie. Thank you for coming. That's great when old So can pop in. Tons is leaving. Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate you. Hope you come back. Oh, from Trees to These is here. Hello, Trees to These. Amy Jo is back. Thank you for coming back. Baby Kisses says it sure is serious stuff. Did you hear Elon's son? Did you hear Elon's son yet? I hear great rumors about it. Oh, I will always be a beginner, says Amy Jo. I'll have to look into that. Always with you, says, oh, thank you, So. Baby Kisses is here. Here, I'm going to give some, I sure do appreciate you, all you guys. I'm going to give some hearts here. Ding a ding a ding, ding a ding ding ding. Me first, Pete. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you guys are talking. Oh, I thought that you were going to email me, Amy Jo. Oh, okay. I see what you guys are. You guys are talking. I'm just going to keep on going here and see what happens. Because I don't know. I really don't know. I don't do much flames. So I'm thinking if I just start carving them in. Take the other wood away and make your vision stay. That's what we're going to do. Doodle-doo. Barb a trick. Okay. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Getting that going. How are you guys doing? Robert C. Peters is here. Hello, sir. How you doing? What if we shared this video to encourage our brother Larry? Let's do that. Oh, that would, any shares are greatly appreciated. As I will share to a couple of my groups, so I'll thank you, Pete. Is Matt here? Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with everybody. So is that looking okay? starting to oh, Matthew is. I got you. Sorry. Yes, Matthew is a Matt. This stuff up here was killing my poor Burr. So I'm gonna go pop back in there with the cuts all extreme and make quick work of her. Make quick work of her. Don't have to make you guys hear that screaming Burr. It was the Burr saying, "Change me! Are you crazy? You got an extreme just sitting right there. Why do you work me this way?" So I'm just going to do that. I'm just putting on my eyes. I'm not putting on anything else. That was that one. Man, forgot that I wasn't wearing my face mask. That's not good. Jesus. And then I'm making it all dusty. I spent all day yesterday cleaning in here and putting up shelves. And then I go and do this to the place. Jeez, wowie. All right. The fire is starting to be fire. And I am going to need my sanding mandrels for that. So while I catch up on the chat here, reading. Oh, is Creation Dust leaving? Good night, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Hey, Larry, how is Darren? Please says so. Oh, Robert's going too. Well, hit that like on the way out, guys, please. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here. Darren's doing okay, so I'm going to go over there and work with him the next couple of days. Thank you for asking. And, yeah, we're going to get that underbelly going. And I also want to do Christopher's Creations sent us a package, and he really loves Darren's work, and he's really inspired by Darren. So I'm going to do a special video, like a tribe mail video, but from my mom's house, so I can show everybody all of the Two Brothers One Vision stuff. That's just crazy crazy art that is you've never seen anywhere before. I can guarantee you that you've never seen art like this that we've made, because it's just so odd and unique, right? But gonna do a video there, and we're gonna open up, because he sent a box. We're gonna open up the box and show what beautiful gift he has sent, but also show you guys stuff that's over there. That's like our most sacred stuff. That's why it's at Mom's house, right? It's like my mom has, like, I have the Hall of Creations here, but my mom has, like, she has got her own Hall of Creations, but it's her whole house, because sorry about that. Two Brothers One Vision artwork is everywhere in her home. So yeah, that's coming up. Thank you for asking. So Darren was here. I don't know where he went. He answered my question about this key, and then he dipped. He did the old dip. So yeah, my banging was me just centering my, I just go with my gut with the hole. And then I take it, and I take my pokey here, because I know right where on the pokey shaft what is optimal size. And then for my Peter Blair mandrel that I use, I just lock it and I just unscrew it like this. Always to not lose my little brass screw here on washer. And then I push it out, take out the old stuff. I do 3 pieces facing forward, 2 pieces facing back, 2 pieces facing back, sorry. And I use emery grit. This is, it just says medium on the back, but this here would be about a 120. Sandpaper, emery cloth backed, and then I just lock it again, and then I just tighten it, because the friction of this makes it so you can just tighten it with your hand. That's how I do it. I don't even need the screwdriver in the end to cinch it tight, because the friction of the sandpaper holds, and yeah, that's how I reload. So I am gonna I won't put on the air. Well, let's see how bad it is. Let's see how bad maybe I should put on the air, because the drawing is in here, and I don't want to get it too covered in dust. So I'm going to pull the drawing out in a little bit here. So just give me some time to sand, and then we'll talk about the drawing too. Okay. Diddly-doo. Diddly-doo. Here we go. Yeah. She's coming together. Now this one I don't like. It's not shaped right. So I'm going to have to like... It doesn't look like a fire. It's too fat, right? So I can already see where I'm going to follow the colors in there. And I'll take out that there to make that more sharp. And then taking away the material in behind and in between will give it more separation, so it just doesn't look like hair or whatever, you know, like, so people aren't confused to what you were trying to go for, right? But I think it's reading like fire. When it's all said and done, I think it's going to be undeniable that it's like a flaming skull, right? Like, it is, it's definitely got that feel to it. Coming along. Oh, plywood has to go. See you, sir. Thank you for coming by. Flower sander. I see dimples. Yeah, he needs some dimples. Depending on the type of wood, in my case, mainly white pine, so very soft, I have to use a 600 grit. Otherwise, the mop sanding leaves marks. And we don't like that. Ideally, always in a circular motion. Yeah, I understand. So, I do a lot of sanding by hand in my finishing stages. Matt Carves is here. Have a good night, plywood. Appreciate you, sir. Let me throw you a couple hearts for coming by there. That's for plywood. And Matt Carves is in the house, guys. Fixing to head home, brother. Much love, y'all. Tribe strong. Tribe strong, Amy Joe. Sister, let me do that. There we go. White pine is nuts, but glad I got to try it. My snail, baby ivy snail was pine, and those wide grains are something to work with. Thank you for popping in, Matt. Good day and good on you, mate. Always appreciate you, sir. And I appreciate your feedback. Hopefully he's looking okay, reading okay for you guys. So I'm just going to keep shaping. And like I say, carve deeper. With the shape of this, I was thinking about it last night. If I really wanted to go crazy, I could make it so you could look through the thing because it's curved on the back and blah 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 blah. But holy, do I really need to make a flaming skull mask? Have a great night, Amy Joe. Much love. Oh, do you have to go? So everybody's got to go. Well, I've been going for an hour and a half already, eh? So. It's been quite a long show. I appreciate you, so you have a great night. Bonne nuit. See, I remember. I learn. Love for you. Well, thank you. And much love sent right back. So yeah, Matt, we decided to go with skulls. I was going to try and incorporate a bunch of copper piping and stuff, but I just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it for this, so... It's going to have a really, really cool back plate here. And Darren knows the name. A Russian spigot key is going to be in the hole. Dead men tell no tales. And that's what the story for that piece is. Dead men tell no tales. You were awesome in French. Well, thank you. Bonne nuit. That's good night. I did go, but it was in my Ferris Bueller Days Off years where I thought being a cocky idiot was the way to go in school. And I didn't learn a lot. Unless they leave a will. Do you do airbrush painting, Baby Kisses asks. No, I don't. I've never actually done it, Baby Kisses. I'm when it I'm a pencil artist when it comes right down to it, and so all of my painting skills are kind of like learn as I go. I do have aniline dye that I could color this with if I wanted to. I was also thinking, because of the way the grain is, I could do some shosugi band up here too, and get those grains a popping and give it some flameage. I don't know if those kind of ribs shosugi band marks would match like the flames that I'm trying to. Jeez, I can't talk sometimes. Oh, on some woods you can use colored pencils with a tad of oil. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Melanie, how you doing? Looks rad, she says. Thank you. Thank you very much. Melanie is a friend here from the island, guys. Everybody be nice to Mel. She's my great friend's my great friend Josh's good friend. And then he brought her into our life, and she's been just a blessing. She's been helping me over at my mom's house, getting the backyard back to paradise, because my mom really does have a beautiful yard, and it just ever since everything went to heck in a handbasket 5 years ago, and I was there a lot less, and things just got overrun and grown in, and before you know it, you got 25-foot rose bushes, right, Mel? But we went after the other weekend there, man, and boy did we put a big dent into the problem, and it's looking great already. And my mom's been working back there since then, and she's thanked me over and over again for getting her going, Mel, because once you get going and cleaning, it just you know what I'm trying to say. Once you get going, and you do it to it. So, thank you very much, Mel. Wonder if Josh is going to pop in today. I'm thinking like the Harley Flames, orange and yellow. Yes, I totally could put some up there. Since it is the old Steampunk challenge, I'm kind of going for that, But I just put this on here because I'm going to... That thing's bugging me. I better put my eyes on at least. Oh, goodness sakes. Here. Let me get rid of that so it doesn't bug my eye. I should have put the extreme back on there. I'll do that on my own time. I don't need to waste you guys' time playing with the flame tips here. But it's working. It is coming along. Now, guys, since I have you, and before I don't want to lose too many viewers here before I've overstayed my welcome, got something else I want to show you guys. Just I'm going to hit this thing and let it suck for a second. Alrighty, now, part 2 of the show. Whew. Okay, guys, now, looky what we have here. Which is it better? Light or no light? Probably no light, eh? Now, oh sweet, oh bring back baby kisses, Eddie the witch's boyfriend carving. Okay, Mark's leaving, back in a bit, I've got to do a milk run. The spring here, it'll get people outside. Yes, that's right, baby kisses. So yes, here we are. Now, I drew the S in this morning, and I used the right measurements from this edge to the tree. Like I'm using the same measurements between the letters so nothing goes off wonky. But looking back at it, I was all worried that this S is too far out. But what I can do is I can play with these little things here and fill this in a bit more, and then that fixes it, right? That fixes your eye. Or I can just redraw it in a little bit, but it's never fun. But yeah, I've been working on this on my own, on my lonesome, while doing everything else. And it's getting there. What do you guys think? How's it looking? Well, you didn't notice it? Okay, good. Because I can, yeah, when I'm looking at the computer and it looks okay. You know, it's just a bit behind the D. It fits and everything. So now my idea now, so this is for the Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers logo for our Facebook group. And yeah, I've been putting a lot of love and time into it. I been working on, because I knew that like working on the letters isn't fun. Watching somebody with a ruler and stuff, right? Being all OCD about his lines. That's no fun. So I thought I'd throw her up here. And then today when I was looking at everything, I thought to myself, you know what? Because we're kindred spirits, there should be some interaction between the letters, between the two levels. And so my idea now is, and I even found some cool reference. I can't show you guys the reference because it's on my phone that's filming. But I'm gonna do down here. So if it's going up, it's a branch. But if it's coming down off of the letter, it's gonna be a root, okay? Or more root-ish. It's not going to be much different than what a branch looks like, but it's going to be pointier and not as nubby in spots. And so my idea is that maybe in a couple spots, these ones will come down and kind of interact with this letter. Does that make any sense? So, okay, just for instance, let's really take this. So I would do like, I would have the bottom of this R come off and have a couple roots coming down. And maybe the bottom of maybe this N right here have some roots coming down. Just so that the twigs and the roots kind of have like a bit of a play together. And then it kind of brings everything together. Okay? Some roots, yes, says Melanie. Okay, awesome. Roots would be cool, says Matthew. Okay, I'm on the right track. Yes, I got scrap. Yeah, I can hopefully there's nothing on the back of it. But I got scrap paper that I can show you, like what I'm saying, what I'm thinking. See, there's the mess when I was trying to figure out how the S should be. You see, there's so much crap that goes in the background, man, when I'm doing this stuff. But yeah, like, I would go, like, for instance, okay, let me do an N here. To do what that one part of the N looks like. Okay, so if that's the N, I would have it be kind of like it would be kind of like that. It would be like the twigs, but just with no leaves, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Would that work? I think it's a neat idea. Gotta bring this all together. Okay, thank you, baby kisses. And then, for my last idea for this, I'm gonna do wood grain in between the letters, or in the letters, but I'm not gonna make it so it's like lots and lots and lots of small lines. I'm gonna do the wood grain kind of open, but I can see, sorry, I just jump around here, so forgive me as I do this weird stuff, but I can see spots in the S where I messed up when I was drawing it. They're just like phantom lines, so I push too hard when I'm designing, and I shouldn't do that. So I can follow some of them, but I found this really cool way to, like, you just do a wood grain through the letter and you kind of follow it. Like, okay, I would take this thing here and like your grains would connect through, right? Through the letter. And you kind of like stay in sync that way, so that when you're done and you step back, each these letters have the wood grain going up and down, right? And then when you get to this part here, like where his branch is off for his little branch thing, you just kind of like circle that in like this, and then the wood grain is going to go up and down, and you just kind of like tie those little guys in. And I think that'll give it like a really, really finished, because I don't want the letters just to be black, you know, after this much. So yeah, like for instance, for that one, I would go more up and down. I would use a regular ruler, but you just go up and down with your grains, and then every so often you do like a thicker black one, because that's how wood grains are, you know? It's like thin, 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 then there's a thicker. And when it's all said and done, the wood spirit, the letters are going to look like they're wood. And I think that's just, I just think it's going to be really, really cool in the end. So yeah, that was my big, and then like here, sorry, my brain, this is a look into how my brain is, you guys. But like the knots are always really, 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 really on point. Like, so I'm going to say right here, I'll do one. I will commit to it. So you do a little knot like right here, and then color that knot in, and then your lines come up and around. You see? And then in the knot, it's kind of like knots have this little kind of a crackiness. And then that'll be a little bit darker. And just do that. Make wood grain. Does that make sense? Definitely going to look great. Yeah, it will be, Matthew. Looking whip and said, okay. Yes, you could leave a leaf gnome lying on top of it bottomward. Sorry, I don't follow. But yeah, a leaf nomi is always cool. Sharp, yes. Cool. Well, that's what I've been waiting to show you guys, because there were no letters in it at the end of the last one. So, oh wow, he's been in the background fussing and pissing around with this thing. And then as well as I got to make a video for the New Year, New Leaf. All of the contestants, or not the contestants, all the entries. And then also we just had a member of our woodworking group pass, a really good friend. His name was Dan. We love you, sir. We know you're up there looking down at us. And yeah, Dan passed, and so I wanted to just have a couple of days of quiet and not me being on the group and being all crazy and yelly and stuff and happy wowie, because I wasn't happy wowie. I was really, really heartbroken. Dan was special to all of us. So may you rest in power, sir. And yeah, so that kind of threw me off of my game there, and that just happened. So I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait before I start doing like the giveaways and stuff and like advertising for that. And it's being Mother's Day this coming weekend. It'll probably be the next. So I want as many people to be there as possible. And so the weekend just makes more sense. But that's what's happening. I kind of first was thinking of doing it this coming weekend, but I had forgot when I was thinking on those lines. I had forgotten about Mum's Day, and then the thing with Dan happened, and so this is where we're at. So I just wanted you guys to know that. Oh, like where you has a twisted leaf, like here you mean having a little character? Yes, I totally can. Kind of like going with this little girl. That little magic mushroom. Yeah, you want to have a good time, you eat one of those bad boys and see what kind of you are for the next 10 hours. I understand. That's a great idea. I'll see if I can work it in. I'm doing my best not to get it to it so it's too busy, because we're gonna it'll be small and on stickers, right? Because we're making merch out of this bad boy. Let me tell you, we're gonna make some cool stuff. And possibly, I'm hoping that we can find somebody who can digitize this and help me. The way I did Jordy's logo, we had a guy in the group called Frankie Bell, named Frankie Bell, and he did that. So maybe I could just try reaching out to him, but I haven't seen him in the wood group in years, so I don't know. But if any of you guys know anybody who's good at doing that kind of stuff, this is going to have to be digitized, and then we can add colors and stuff on the digital one, and then I can just finish it by shading it. My dog is barking. I'm just going to open this door here. I'm not going anywhere. I got to let her out for a sec. Come here, bub. Come on, peepees. Bubby's just out on the... Sorry, you can hear the construction, eh? It is crazy back there, folks. It is crazy. Papa always has to go out there, have a quick pee, and then yell at everybody. You tell him, bub. You tell him. Take that construction, get the fuck out of here. Okay, pee-pee. Pee-pees. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the logo. I'm almost got her to the home stretch, but like I say, things keep happening. And then, I got her to the point where I had all the letters dialed in, but then I got this idea, and it was Spike's fault. Not fault. It was Spike's awesome idea. to do the wood grain in the letters, and so we had to do that. That tight. Is it Runic that does computer stuff? I think so. Oh, does Runic? I gotta reach out to him then, because maybe he can help. Are you done, Baba? Okay. Go inside. Get in, Noni. Get in. Cat's trying to get out too, because we're training our cat on the harness now. And to be out back with all the loud noises is really, really good. It's making her less sketchy, right? But now every time I open the gosh darn patio door, the dog and the cat are trying to run outside. They think that every time is outside time now. So yeah, guys, that's yeah, if Runic does some stuff, maybe pass that on. I don't know him very, very well yet. I've just started, but I would love some help. And that's me for this episode. That's what's happening, and that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys being here to witness it. To witness this gong show that is my mind. I'm just kidding. But I am a bit crazy. So, any closing thoughts or questions or anything you guys like to talk about before I go anywhere? Any more ideas on the logo or anything, or are we all good to go? Do I still have any friends here? Oh, Matthew says I want to order a t-shirt. That's wicked. Melanie says love the wood grain idea. Cool. Okay, I'm glad that some people agree, because I was kind of, second guessing myself and thinking, am I making it too much, too busy? But it's got to be right, man. When you put this much time into something, like this is a proper drawing for me by the time it's all done. And then, like when we can take the color, when we take the pictures and it's, to be digitized, that's when the reins get kind of handed over to me. And that's when I can go crazy with my shading, right? Because that's me. I'm a pencil artist, and my love is shading. So once I kind of get the okay to do that, I just go off, man. And it's when I really, it's my time to shine, if I can say that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and then there'll be some long ones, and then, I don't want everything to be up and down. I want things to kind of have a curve and stuff, just like natural wood. But that's what we're doing, folks. That's what's happening. Thanks again, Spike, for that idea. That was a really, really good idea. I don't either, but email him. He's super nice. Okay, I will. He's been really, really supportive. He's made a couple of my lives, and he's always comments on my shorts and stuff, and I try to do the same for him. He paints some really, really wicked skateboards, which is really, I just love seeing people doing other things that are, that I'm not, aware of, and it's great. That's how you learn the most, is watching people do things that you've never done before, and that's really, really cool. He does really cool work. So shout out to Runic. So yeah, that'll be find a strap piece, tricolor pencil lightly. Yes, I will play around with that a little bit, see how it goes, and enjoy your mama. Thank you, baby kisses. I will. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy Mom this weekend, and then I'll get back at her. Whoops, I shouldn't have moved that. And then we'll get back at her for. I'll just do this. So that should be better. And we'll get that giveaway done. Yes, we love our kids, says Baby Kisses. But we love the mamas, let me tell ya. I love my mom with all my heart and soul. And so does my brother. Yeah, I totally screwed up there. Maybe that'll fix it. But yeah, we're mama's boys. and we want to go and have a really nice weekend with her. Does that fix it now? I've got to stop doing this. Oh, that just made it worse. I'll straighten that up for next time. So guys, thank you very, very much for coming today and hanging out and sticking through it all. See, I'm making it worse, aren't I? God damn it. There. Will that fix it? There. Jeez. Louise. I can still see some of my burrs there too. Okay, now we're set for next time. Thank you guys very much for being here. There is no YouTube without you, and I truly mean that. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to clean up myself. And it's time to walk Poppy. I think everybody's gone. Just me and Baby Kisses and Mel left. There we go. Yep, talk to you later, Baby Kisses. Looking great, says From Trees with Ease. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, man. I'll be working on this, and I'll get her a lot more done. And then there'll be stickers and merch and stuff to come. Thank you all very, very much for watching. And with that, oh, Josh Goulet is here. Wait. Have a good walk, Blair. I saw some of this. Was awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, brother. I will. I'll have a good walk, and we'll be talking soon, Josh. Thank you for watching from work. I really appreciate you, man. Much love, everybody. See you on the next one. Wowie out.